Hello everyone. So, new cards. I'm very excited. I think I have done only 2 readings with this deck. It is the Crystal Tarot. So I have a few crystals here also. Interestingly, so I'll just show you a random page here. It will tell you sort of what crystals and which chakra are very good for you to carry. So I don't have the entire, how many cards are there in a tarot? 72? 78. So I don't have 78 crystals. Well, I won't move my selenite, is sitting on my other tarot deck, but I do have 3. So if any of these come out, I actually have drawn the one that called for amethyst before. But if they need any of these, then I hope that they will help. But if you have any crystals, then I hope that they will also be good for you. I actually, whichever the amethyst one was for the crown chakra, so I actually sat this on top of my head for a little while. Felt strange, but good strange, I guess. So these cards are actually bigger than my other cards, so they're a bit more tricky for me to shuffle. They also do not have reversed meanings, even though technically all tarot do, but it was the design of the person to not have reversed meanings, so I think I'm actually shuffling them upside down then. Yes, so, because as you know me, I flip this way. But yeah, the drawings on these are very pretty, very much like the other ones are also very pretty. I enjoy all the tarot, but as usual, I will be doing 3 different readings. So if you would like to meditate upon which number you will choose, I will tell you a little bit about the reading that I am doing today. I like to do a different reading for each video, just so that it's different content for you guys, and I hope that you enjoy all of that. So this time is the compass point spread. So I'll just tell you a little bit about what it says for this spread in the book. Like the compass itself, the spread can point you in all possible directions your life may take. It focuses on a tight timescale around the present, immediate past, and future. It is very useful for getting a quick overall view of the main issues in your life. 4 cards are laid as if the cardinal points on a compass: north, west, south, east. Each direction represents different areas of your life. North represents the mysterious, unseen things around you. You can look at this as whatever the heavens hold for you, or anything that is out of your control or in the lap of the gods, or the universe, or whatever you believe in. It says the gods, so I'm on board for that, being a huge fan of the Greek gods and things like that. West represents the physical world and usually revolves around money, careers, job, finances, and possessions. South is all that is nurturing for you. For most people, this is relationships, love, family, and close friends. The final card is in the East, and this represents the gateway to the spiritual world and your psychic abilities and spiritual influences. So, as I was reading, I hope that you had the time to think of a number, 1, 2, or 3, or hey, I can even 1, 2, 3. which one would you choose? We have, I won't set them out on cards because I feel like that is cheating. The first one is yellow. Oh no, I've forgotten again. Yellow citrine, I'm pretty sure. No, yellow jasper. Hang on. Yellow jasper. The first one is yellow jasper. So if you are feeling yellow jasper today, then perhaps you're feeling pile 1. Pile number 2, these are all tumbled, hence their smooth finish. And this is a banded amethyst, by the way. But we're not on number 3. Perhaps number 3 is a person who likes to get ahead of themselves. Or perhaps that's just me. Number 2 is a rose quartz. So if you're feeling rose quartz today, perhaps you feel pile number 3. I will leave this in view so you can tell I've done nothing to it. And then number 3 is a beautiful banded amethyst. So pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. Which one are you? If you're pile 1, stick with me. So, and oh, if you're not pile 1, ooh, that's fun. If you're not pile 1, I have the timeline below for you. Okay, pile 1. We are doing the compass spread today. Very interested for this one. So we go north, west, south, east. Now these ones are harder to shuffle, so they're also more difficult to fall out. North, so that is what the heavens want to tell you, or the universe. This is west, which is your career. South, which is your relationships, and excuse me while I just recheck what east is, because I have forgotten. East is, oh, the gateway to the spiritual world and your psychic abilities. Nope, those are 2 cards. Okay. That was a pretty card. Wands, I think. Quite a few, so oh, that one rather wanted to jump out. Okay, so north. We have north represents the mysterious, unseen things around you. You can look at this as whatever the universe holds for you. So we have the 8 of Cups. Now, what's interesting about all these cards is it shows the stone that is helpful for you on the pictures. So you see them in all of the cups, and you see it at the bottom. So the 8 of Cups, which represents what the heavens hold for you, is this is, if you are not well versed on crystals, I am not well versed on crystals, I will be the first to admit. The crystal is fire agate, and the chakra is your base chakra. Your base chakra is to do with all things mainly pertaining to your sexuality or like your reproductive organs, things like that. So the message from the universe that represents the mysterious is that there is more to do. You may have gained a lot, but you are still unfulfilled. So perhaps this is something you've been feeling all around you, which is why it is your North card. It says, don't be lazy and don't stop now, as there are more lessons for you. It is time to take this next step on your path or begin a new journey. Perhaps these are signs that you've been seeing all around. Perhaps a change in direction or lifestyle is needed, and maybe you have to leave some things or people behind and unburden yourself. This can be a challenge, but focus your energy to your base chakra and you will find it easier to move on. Fire agate offers protection and emotional security as you advance. Very interesting. So perhaps you are still living somewhere that, is surrounded by people who comforted you in early life, but perhaps now you just, you've just outgrown that. You need to shed that skin and move on. Or perhaps I know a lot of people moved back with their family during the pandemic, or they had to move back with their family because college wasn't open, and now they're or the school or wherever they lived, or perhaps they were let go from their job, so they needed to move back home. But now is the time to go somewhere else. So the next one is the West, representing the physical world and usually revolving around money, career, jobs, finances, and possessions. The Emperor card. Of course, we did actually see him. So the Emperor. His planet or sign. Well, actually, tell me if you can guess what his crystal is, judging by the large red shiny object in his hand. If you are a Dragon Quest fan, it is not an Argon heart, but it looks like one. Also, the planet or sign to do with the Emperor is Aries. So interestingly, Aries is, we're actually coming into Aries season. No, we are in Aries. No. By the time you watch this, by the time I upload this, it will be Aries season. Also, Aries is spelt differently without the I, is the Greek god of war, and is a man and is typical masculine energy, particularly if you read Percy Jackson. So, the interpretation of this card, Aries, crystal is the ruby, and the chakra is your throat chakra. So that's to do with communication and speaking up for yourself. Interpretation, leadership, power, and action are the Emperor's gifts. This card, Aries, look at these ram heads. This card can represent a father figure. So perhaps, you're living near your father and that's the person you need to move away from. But in general, you may need to act to take control of a situation and get your ideas moving. That definitely seems like it ties in with your 8 of Cups and your moving away situation. You are a leader and a warrior. You make the rules. Okay, leader, warrior, Aries also. I'm sorry, I'm getting very sidetracky, but I'm trying to help you to understand your card. You have the power. Okay, again, you are a leader and a warrior. You make the rules, you have the power, but be wise and ask for others for their advice when you need to, especially with practical problems. You are entering a secure phase in your life, but take a step back and see how you are acting towards others. Remember to be kind. So perhaps that is to do with your moving away. Perhaps you're, cutting your ties, or like loosening the ties, or the like leash, could say, with them. But don't be cold to them. Just because you're moving away doesn't mean that you need to be unkind. Don't let yourself get bogged down in dogma or create rules that will limit you, and don't bend unnecessarily to authority. Aries supports self-motivated and self-centered people, and these are fine qualities for a warrior, but beware not to overdo this side of your character and remain sensitive to others' feelings. Ruby crystals can give you the inner strength of a warrior, which you may need at this time to get your ideas moving. The Emperor's chakra is the throat chakra, the center of communication and expression of ideas. Clear communication is important. The Emperor may also indicate a phase of healing for you. So, as I said, this pertains to money, careers, job, finances, and possessions. So perhaps the lack of communication is to do within your job, but perhaps the male figure says a father figure, but perhaps this is a male within the company that you work for. Says that you are a leader and a warrior, and you have the power, but remember to ask others for their advice. So maybe in your job you're taking on a little bit too much, and you should be asking others, like perhaps you should be delegating a little bit more, or perhaps you feel as though others will judge you if you ask for help, but perhaps it is better to ask for help and to make progress, to become an emperor. Okay, so South is all that is nurturing for you. For most people, this is relationships, love, family, and close friends. Perhaps it could also be your pet, your cat, your dog, your orchid plant, your little spider that lives in the corner of your room. Who knows? It is not traditional in the sense that it just means a family or a romantic relationship. And if we got the lovers right now, it would be quite ironic. The Magician. Where is his stone? I assume that his stone is this large one at the bottom here. So the planet or sign for him is Mercury. And also Mercury was the Roman god of messages. He is and travelers, so that is Hermes in Greek mythology. So planet sign Mercury, crystal is labradorite, which is a beautiful crystal that you can't see so clearly on there, so showing it on there. And your chakra is your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra represents your emotional body, your creativity, and sensuality. So interestingly, sensuality when it is on your relationship and nurturing. So this is your time, the start of something successful. What you do now is important since it will create your future. Perhaps this is a new relationship of some sort. This is a time of magic and creativity in your life. The right time for magic to happen in any sphere of your life, work, home, relationships. As we are in the south, it will be relationships. You are ready to begin to realize your full potential, and now would be a good time for you to study subjects that will shape your future. But beware of others' motives in a selfish world. People have their own motives at heart and are out for what they can get. So while it says you are, this is the right time for magic to happen, you gotta go through a few frogs before you can get your prince. You have control over your life if you seek it, or realize you always had it. Creative ventures such as art, music, and the media are favoured here. So perhaps that is where you will meet the person. Maybe at a gig or at a gallery or on social media, I suppose, or a newspaper or something like that. Labradorite. I am saying this really weird. Labradorite will help protect you, boosting your aura and making the magic happen around you. Mercury, the messenger of the gods, speedily carries your words and thoughts, which can help them become reality. You will need more energy to achieve your goals, and your sacral chakra stores this energy for you when you need it most. Place your crystal and focus your healing energy here. Very interesting. So your East card is the gateway to the spiritual world and your psychic abilities and spiritual influences. The Knight of Cups. I wonder if you can tell what his crystal is. To me, I think garnet, but also I am not sure. Knight of Cups. Zircon, it is actually, and it is your throat chakra again. You are doing well on your chosen path. So this is to do with your spiritual world and your psychic abilities. So perhaps you, like me, like to also read the tarot. You are or will be facing a fresh challenge or barrier on your path, but it is not insurmountable. You have the passion to succeed in your quest. Beware your contradictory nature. You are a passionate person and can be both sensitive and temperamental. Your throat chakra is your center of communication, and you will find things easier if you tell people how you feel. Zircon will give you the toughness you need to accomplish your goals. It also boosts personal magnetism and brings out the best in you. So when that comes to your spirituality, perhaps, when you are reading tarot or practicing any sort of witchcraft, I'm not saying tarot is witchcraft, I was making a lame joke apparently. So when you're practicing any sort of spiritual things, you should wear some zircon. Perhaps this is actually Reiki for you, or tarot, or even just using crystals for healing, or any sort of other spiritual things that you dabble in. So, quick recap, your North was something from a sign from the universe, and that was the Eight of Cups, which is you're still unfulfilled. Take the next step. Then your Emperor was your job, so so remember to use your communication, because this was the throat chakra, as was this. So remember how you were acting towards others, even when you were in such a secure place in your job. Your relationships was the magician who brings someone new into your life, but beware many frogs before a prince. And then your Knight of Cups, who is to do with your spiritual side, and your Knight of Cups you are facing a challenge or barrier. And remember to beware of your contradictory nature. So I hope perhaps you have some of these crystals to help you heal. A lot of people obviously have jewellery made with rubies, or I'm not sure if cubic zirconia is the same as just a zircon, but certainly rubies are common. So maybe if you want to bring more luck with you to work, then a ruby is something you should wear as part of your daily attire. So I hope that you enjoyed this new and interesting reading. It was certainly new and interesting for me. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Well, this one group 2 was jumping straight out for you. So we have our compass points: north, west, south, east. That one. Your west. Yeah, I do have a couple of upside down ones in here, I thought that. These are possibly ones, yes, from the last reading. I did think I was seeing one or two that were upside down, unintentionally. This one is also upside down. And this one, there we go, I found all 4. And this one jumped out for you. Oh. Nope, that was 3 cards. And you only need 1 for the east. So a quick recap. North is signs from the universe that you should really hear. Oh yeah, north represents the mysterious, unseen things around you. West is usually to do with your job or career or finance, possessions. South is the nurturing, so relationships, family, friends, etc. And then east is the gateway to the spiritual world and your psychic abilities and spiritual influences. So we begin with number 1, which is north, and is the mysterious, unseen things around you. 2 of Cups. Now, I'm not sure if you can tell what the stone is before I tell you. I don't think that I can. So this represents the mysterious. Interestingly, the minor arcana, the suit of cups, the concepts are emotions and relationships, and the element is water, of course. So interesting that this is the unseen or the mysterious. It's to do with your emotions and relationships. Pentacles is to do with physicality and money. The element is earth. Swords is to do with mind and conflicts. Of course, conflicts for swords. Of course, money for pentacles. And air is the element for swords. Wands is spirit and inspiration. And the element is fire. Of course, because wands are made of wood. So we have the 2 of Cups. Sorry, I got distracted. It was right next to that. So, wow, the crystal rhodochrosite. I am probably not saying that correctly. It's rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite? Rhodochrosite. It is to do with your sacral chakra, which is your center of energy and of creativity. So, a relationship is important at this point. It may involve a lover or partner, but whomever it is definitely about mutual giving and receiving. This definitely sounds like a very good reading for you, group 2. There is a physical attraction, a desire, and you will feel a new connection, whether with an existing lover or new partner, perhaps meeting your twin soul. If you picked group 2, I'm jealous. I bet you're glad that you picked group 2. So rhodochrosite promotes passion and frees you from emotional drawbacks. Your sacral chakra is the center of sexual energy. It could be time to release it. Well, this is a provocative deck, isn't it? There will also be new bonds of unity or confirmation of an agreement in other areas of your life. Very well, I don't think I need to further explain that, do I? So number 2 is to do with your job or possessions, finances, career, etc. Now that is a good sign. That is to do with finances, and it is a Pentacles card. Can you tell what the stone is? It looks familiar to me, but I feel like if I say it, it will be wrong. I think it looks a little bit like, I was going to say turquoise, but I've seen other with the other side like that, and I can't think what it is. 5 Pentacles, hemimorphite. And the chakra is the throat chakra. So perhaps you will need to speak up a little bit more when it comes to your job, or communicate things better with others. Oh hey, sorry, you picked the rose quartz, which funnily goes with that. And look within yourself for answers. You have the power and knowledge that you need. Recognize that your throat chakra is the link between your logical mind and your emotions. So remember to speak up for yourself. Believe in yourself. Hemimorphite will give you confidence to help to overcome this. It also boosts creativity and brings you luck, helping you to face whatever problems you have. Next one is your nurturing side, so traditionally relationships, and so friendship, family, love. Oh, another money card. Do you know what this stone is? I certainly do not. Yeah, no, I don't. Actually looks more like a shell of some sort. 9 of Pentacles. So it is Oakenite. Oakenite. It is, again, your sacral chakra, so your sexual center. Interpretation. Everything is getting better and you can enjoy the rewards of your endeavors. Perhaps take a little time out to enjoy some of the luxuries of life that you have recently been lacking. So perhaps, you have worked a little bit too hard and you've not been going on the dates and things that you deserve. Stimulating your sacral chakra will give you the life force energy you need to enjoy this phase. If anything is bothering you, remember that you can be an independent soul, totally self-sustained, although perhaps not out of choice. You need to rely on yourself now, take control of the situation and put the wheels in motion. Oakenite will help you to remove any self-doubt. So this seems to be that you just need to, take, even as it says, you have to enjoy some of the luxuries in life. Maybe this isn't with a partner. Maybe this isn't, going out for dinner dates. Maybe this is just taking some self-care time. Maybe this is spending time with your friends. So perhaps, it's not just work on relationships with others, but it's perhaps work on your relationship with yourself, because the past 2 years have been stressful and full on, and you've perhaps barely even paused to take a breath. And then we have your last card, your East card, which is your connection to the spiritual world. And we have a King of Wands. Oh. Can you tell what his stone is? Probably not, because it's another one I have not heard of. It is indicolite. 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 And it is to do with, hilariously enough, your crown chakra. So, looking towards your next step, planning. So he's looking off into the east, into the distance. The king represents the creative power that inspires the kingdom. Your mind is calculating your next project, and this is a time and space to work everything out. Don't act too soon, but don't delay action once you have chosen your path. If you haven't started thinking about your next step, then now is a good time to do so. As I say with all face cards, the king may also represent a man or your own masculine side. Keep positive and stay true to yourself, as others may try to persuade you to change your thoughts on a matter. Indicolite gives you faith in yourself, enhancing your creativity. So that's quite an interesting one for your own, the gateway to your spiritual world and your psychic abilities. Perhaps, actually, if we say gateway to spiritual world, this is someone that is looking over you, someone who is helping you on your next step. Someone who's sort of, maybe you are thinking about as you're planning this next step, or someone who is, you know, making the stars align up there for you while you plan this next step. So group number 2, again, you have, apparently the universe is telling you that you're gonna make sweet, sweet love with somebody. And then for your job, in your job and your work life, it is that you need to look within yourself for answers, and you need to believe in yourself. Excuse me. And for your love and your relationship, it is now just basically step back, take the time for yourself and for your relationships that you would like to work on. And then in your spiritual life, it is that someone or something is helping you to plan ahead. So I hope that you enjoyed your reading, group number 2, and I will pop your rose quartz up there as I get ready for group number 3. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Welcome, group number 3. Well, that was quite quick on your north card. So again, this goes northwest. That one absolutely jumped out. If you take a look back, you'll see that it jumped out. Put your amethyst next to your cards. So far, the other readings have not popped up with a, perhaps, yeah, that goes there. Yeah, none of the crystals that I have popped up on the other readings, but perhaps you will be the first. So the north card again represents the mysterious and perhaps what the universe is trying to tell you. So we have the 10 of Pentacles, and the stone actually kind of looks like an eye, but also kind of matches the color of my nails. So that's quite fun. Can you tell what the stone is? So 10 of Pentacles. It is a rainbow obsidian, which explains the sort of reflectivity that you can see, as you can see on my own nails, perhaps a little. I don't know why these like bend independently, but yes. So the it sort of changes color in the light. So the crystal is your rainbow obsidian. Your chakra is your solar plexus chakra. You have nurtured your seeds wisely, and everything is coming up roses. You have found success and are mentally calm and feeling financially, emotionally, and spiritually secure. Rainbow obsidian brings happiness into your life and can help to relieve any stress that remains. A healthy solar plexus chakra produces a cleansing energy that flows through the body, dispelling negativity and any of the other chakras that might disrupt you. The warning of this card is to spend wisely, as this phase can be fragile. There may be a disagreement over money too. So what the universe is telling you is everything is coming up roses, or coming up you, but to watch, because this can be fragile, and you also may experience a disagreement over money. So the next card is the West card, which is to do with your job, your career, your money situation. Interesting. The Queen of Wands. Now, I know what her crystal is, but technically it is not a crystal. It is something that you find in a creature that is alive. I think this one is the most true to the real thing. So her stone is actually the pearl. And her chakra is her brow chakra, which is interesting because her crown doesn't sit quite upon her brow. It sits more on the top of her head. Interpretation for the Queen of Wands. Follow your intuition. Projects and relationships are at a fertile stage. Things are coming to fruition. It is time to run with your luck. The Queen is the passion behind the throne, the inspiration to better things. She implies a new start, and the seeds for this, your thoughts, are already sown. Beware unrealistic dreams. This is the time for action. The Queen may represent a female who will help, or she may be your own feminine side. Pearl will bring abundance to pursuits. The brow chakra is the center of intuition. Trust your feelings. So, a new start, but beware unrealistic dreams. So don't, quit your job to go and start that YouTube channel yet. So it says the seeds are already sown, or the seeds for this, your thoughts are already sown. So perhaps as you sow those seeds, you need to plant and wait for them to blossom and grow before it says this is time to take action. But as you sow those seeds, you know that you need to take care of them before you pluck the ripe fruits. I feel like this is the analogy, but it also sounds very strange. So yes, things are coming to fruition. It is time to run with your luck. So yes, your seeds are sown and projects and relationships are at a fertile stage. So yes, projects, as this is your career card, or your job, profession, money, possessions card. Oh, hey, you can see that it is a pearl on the end of her staff. Or wand, rather. Although it's long, it's a staff. So yes, so that is for your career. You need to think carefully about the next move that you make, but don't be hasty. Your bottom card is to do with your nurturing side, so relationships, friendships, friends, family, etc. The star. Now the star represents hope and energy, and can you tell which stone or which crystal this is. Usually I see it in a more refined form. This looks quite like the rocks actually that it comes from. So the star, planet sign Aquarius, of course, you know, the water giver, the person with the 2 jugs actually. The Aquarius sign has 2 jugs also. So the crystal is actually, yes, I've seen it more like this, which is lapis lazuli. And then the chakra is your sacral chakra. Okay, so inspiration and creativity are the gifts of the star. You are intuitive, finding unique answers to problems. Water symbolizes the flow of energy, so go with the flow wherever it takes you. Water also represents emotion, and in this way, the star is both a guide and a warning for you. Don't let others' emotions interfere with your actions, and keep calm. I'd say this is definitely something you need to keep in mind when in any sort of relationship or friendship or family. Like flowing water, the Aquarian spirit breaks free. Change is represented by all the imagery in the card. The eight-pointed stars suggest a spiritual warrior, creative and inspiring. Starlight illuminating darkness. Stars bursting above the maiden's head are a sure sign that going with the flow will make magic appear around you. Renewal and regeneration are to come in terms of your ideas or the physical body. The cards linked to the sacral chakra suggest you to focus your energy in one direction. If things are not flowing, this is the moment to focus, meditate, and see the reason for your stagnation. Lapis lazuli will help you find solutions now. It helps you organize and brings vitality, wisdom, and creativity to your endeavors. Placing it under your pillow at night will provide the answer in your dreams. So perhaps the man of your dreams we will find in your dreams. Yeah, I know, it was a bit punny, but there you have it. So as this pertains to relationships, I would say, you know, it seems to be sort of go with the flow, and it also says to keep your emotion under check, because obviously water represents emotion. So as you move forward in any relationship, just remember to keep the emotion, the water flowing. Don't let it get stagnant, you know. Don't burn bridges over sad water, etc. So your last card is your East card, which is your ties to the spiritual world and your psychic abilities and spiritual influences. The moon. You have a star and a moon. Interesting. Oh, and they both jumped out together, actually. And I'm guessing by this that your star sign is, I'm going to say Scorpio, but it also could be Cancer. It could be a crab. I also don't see this. Oh, I do see the stone. I have it. Selenite. I saw it and then I thought, hold on. Ta-da! Sorry, amethyst. You were chosen as an amethyst for this reading, but yay! Yeah. So hold this on your brow chakra. So hang on, you're watching it this way. So cleanse that brow chakra with some selenite. So the planet or sign is actually Pisces, which is interesting because Pisces is a fish, and that is a shellfish, I would say, in the water. So crystal, as I said, selenite, and your brow chakra. So, a feeling of confusion or worry may be blocking your intuition. As I said, this is the spiritual and psychic side. So I have just cleansed your brow chakra to help clear the feeling of confusion or worry that may be blocking your intuition. The moon draws out your psychic abilities. Very interesting that we pulled this card for this. I think the selenite's just gorgeous. The moon draws out your psychic abilities, allowing you to trust your intuition and clear away confusion. Focus, interesting, because it was a full moon last night, and I had my selenite out in the full moon to get cleansed. Amazing. So focus your healing energies at your brow chakra, the energy center most connected with your psychic talents. You'll discover hidden mysteries and new ideas. Also listen to your dreams and trust your feelings. Pisces brings a connection to other worlds and realities. Also Pisces, water. I know Aquarius is right before Pisces. So, you know, technically Aquarius is a water sign, whereas Pisces is not. However, Pisces is a fish. Fish swims in water. Aquarius, fish sign. Water sign, not fish sign. Pisces brings a connection to other worlds and realities. It may be an emotional time, but it's no good howling at the moon. Some things you just can't change. Acceptance is the better route. Beware of fear. It is a self-imposed block you don't need and likely to be created by your own confusion and worry. The only thing to fear is fear itself. The moon can also warn of illusion by others, self-delusion, and unrealistic dreams. A romantic relationship can prove tricky too. Selenite is named after the goddess Selene, goddess of the moon. Her feminine energies are soft, nurturing, and reassuring, and boost your psychic potential. When you release the things holding you back, you will enter a new creative phase. So, very interesting. So, quick recap. The mysterious thing is your Ten of Pentacles, which was that you are very secure in your life just now and everything's coming up roses. However, you need to spend wisely as this phase can be fragile. Then you had the Queen of Wands, which was for your career, and it says that there would be a new start, but beware unrealistic dreams. This is the time for action as things come to fruition in your professional life. Then you have your relationships, which was the Star, which was a lot to do with water, to make sure that don't let others' emotions interfere with your actions, and also to keep calm. Make sure that the water is flowing at a steady rate when it comes to emotions and relationships, and make sure that it does not stagnate as well. And have your moon, which is just clear your psychic abilities, and the only thing left to fear, or the only thing to fear, is fear itself. Do not let fear stand in your way. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. Apologies for it cutting out and possibly a wonkification of the camera, but thank you very much for watching, and I hope you